Yes. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Donovan Sharp's favorite new podcast. This is J&J Dating Dynamics. I'm number one J. That's number two J. And we are back after a bit of a hiatus. We had to take some time off, but we are
We're
back.
still gonna go through this after like months of being out.
It's been settled. Number one J, number two J.
It was never settled.
Yeah, of course it was. Anyway, Justin,
I say,
how are you?
We have the hold on. We both have the same model bikes.
Yeah.
I say we race off to see who's number one J.
You know what? No, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have your bike because I sold it to you, so I win.
And I also sold you your bike.
Yeah, but mine came after, so I win.
Get out of here, bro.
Jay Blaze up in the chat saying, I met one Jay. He sure did. I just met him at the Conference of Masculine Excellence hosted by Mr. Donovan Sharp himself. Jay Blaze, it was great to meet you in person, buddy, and everybody else over there. Michael Steele, King Life, and all the other guys. That was a lot of fun. We got a couple people up in the Instagram. Guys, come join us over at the YouTube channel. Check out my story or Justin's story. The link is right there. Come join us over on YouTube. That's where the party really happens.
I forgot to add the link, actually.
I added.
You guys
go to my story. The link is on there. Come join us on this side of the party. This is where it happens for real. We only stay on Instagram for a few minutes, and then we do the rest of the show on YouTube. Today,
Joel, tell listeners how to find us on YouTube.
Yeah, of course. To find us on YouTube, just put JJ Dating Dynamics, and it'll pop right up. It's a little yellow logo, says J&J with a little microphone. That's us.
We're not going to be on here for too long, so if you guys want to see the whole episode, make sure to check out YouTube.
Yep, and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube already, go ahead and hit that like button. 31J just sent the link. Number one J sent the link. Yes, I sent you the link, J Blaze. Yes, I did. All right, so today we are covering two topics because one's kind of runs into each other. First, we're going to talk about women in the draft. All this hysteria. Is this for real? Is it not? Is it happening? Should they be even drafted or should they even be in the military? We're going to discuss a little bit of that today. And we're also going to talk about Cheesecake Factory Girl. I am appalled that you can't take a woman to the Cheesecake Factory, and we are going to talk about this, damn it.
Let's get into it.
Honestly,
and we got, what else were we going to talk about? Oh, that list.
Yeah. That along with the Cheesecake Factory thing goes the list of no-go places that you can't take a woman on a date.
Women came up with this crazy, outrageous list of places you can't take them on a first date.
It is pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy.
We're gonna go over it one by one.
Yep, for real. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see. Jay Blaze in the chat says, I approve women in the draft because they voted for Warhawks. Yeah, well, if they vote Republican, sure. A lot of Democrats do. I can't just say that. And he says women shouldn't be in the military. We're going to get a little bit into that. But Justin, my friend, you chose this topic, so tell me, why did you choose this topic? We've all seen all the talk on TikTok and Instagram, all these feminists all of a sudden saying, oh, I belong in the kitchen now. So what sparked this in your mind?
I did start seeing that wave start to pop up, but honestly, I didn't even want to go over should they be drafted. I just thought now that wartime seems to be a little bit closer and a little bit more realistic, I feel like all the feminist crap and the whole agenda and all the propaganda, like, is all that going to go out of the window? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think we're that close to war, honestly. I mean, yeah, the world is at war in Palestine and Ukraine and all that, but I don't see the U.S. sending troops anytime soon.
Do you not find it just like blatantly ignorant to just continue your regular life or for modern women to continue going out and clubbing and doing selfies and like living like it was still regular in these times? What do you think?
Is it hypocritical? No, I don't. We don't blame people for carrying on their lives when we were out at war. When I was in Iraq and Afghanistan, I wouldn't have blamed anybody for going to a bar or just living their life.
Not,
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
out to
out to
blame
blame
people,
people.
and we're all included in this. But like, if we all continue to just go about like if nothing is going on, there are giant possibilities that nothing's going to change and things are just going to get worse. It's getting worse and worse by the
But
day.
what about the two current situations, specifically Israel and Palestine and Ukraine, make you worry that things need to change around here? Exactly. I'm not sure I'm understanding your question.
I'm saying, is it ignorant for people to just go about their daily lives as consumers like nothing else is happening around them?
No, I think people should be informed and well informed, but I don't think that the happenings halfway around the world should drastically alter their daily lives.
Okay, but with inflation and the cost of living going up and everything going up, can a modern man sustain a modern woman anymore? Is it sustainable? Can I take my girl out
No,
comfortably to
no,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day?
that's a whole nother topic, though. I feel like we're getting way off track.
It's
We,
it
we
all coincided together.
okay, draw the line for me from to the war in Ukraine to our economy, and don't give me the argument that we're sending billions to Ukraine.
I'm just saying it's gonna get worse, and we're sending money everywhere else, but taking care of our home.
Yeah, but we always have, and the foreign aid budget is a minuscule amount of the
So
tax
I
budget.
want to hear your opinion on this because you did serve.
Right.
What branch did you serve in?
I was in the army for 8 years. So you want to know about what I think about sending aid to Ukraine?
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
I
Absolutely all for it. I think
I understand.
if we pull support for Ukraine, because you got to think about this from the Russia perspective, the way they think about it, and from the way the Chinese think about it, right?
No, if we don't support Ukraine
Hear me
and
out.
if we don't support,
Hear me out. Us pulling support from Ukraine it's a green flag to China that they can invade Taiwan.
I
Like
agree 100%. I
and
agree.
that is World War III right there.
I agree.
The Taiwan, the South China Sea and the Chinese Taiwan situation, that's World War III. That's when the hysteria becomes real.
I agree. But what it like, I don't know. I think there's too many. We haven't talked in a while, so
Yeah,
there's like so many different things to cover, but I feel like everything is happening at once and it's mind-boggling. Like,
right.
okay, we got that happening over there, but right here we're being infiltrated from the south.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I
we want
just
to talk immigration. I mean, we're not a political podcast, but we can get into immigration too if you
we
want.
aren't, but I honestly have a feeling that it's gonna trickle down into dating somehow. Am I like, do you not think it is?
Yeah, I mean, the economy trickles down to everything, right? And a lot
That's
of
what I'm saying.
issues, many domestic issues, most I would say, do trickle to the economy. Yeah,
And
there is a correlation there, but it's just kind of hard to draw the line in 1 hour.
then we come to the point that if tougher times come, all that feminism is
Oh,
gonna
that's
go
how.
out the
Yeah,
door.
we know that. Yeah, when tough times come around, feminists go quiet.
So I just wanted to see if I was the only one that was thinking that.
You're not. I just think you're thinking a little bit more in a more alarmist way than I do. Maybe I have a little bit more of a laid back approach, but because I don't see World War III in the horizon. I don't see those sending U.S. troops anywhere right now.
Didn't they just do that?
Where to?
I just saw something the other day, but I don't want to blurt it out without being absolutely correct. And I'm not going to check my phone because we're on live.
One thing is sending advisory troops or things like that, like a few hundred soldiers here or there. That's one thing. That's what those units do. But sending massive boots on the ground presences, we're not doing that anytime soon. Thankfully, and we shouldn't be because we just got off of the two of the longest wars we've ever had.
No, it's interesting to hear your perspective considering you served as well.
All right, so let's talk women in the military specifically. Let's talk about the draft. First off, where are you with the whole? Is the draft happening? Is it not happening? Where are you with this?
To be honest, I haven't been paying attention to the whole draft thing. I've just noticed women on TikTok or Instagram saying, "Oh yeah, put me back in the kitchen. Like I'm good. I'm good." And that's what I where I kind of got that idea. Like,
Feminism's a
all
fair, feminism's a fair weather ideology. So
pretty
when
much
when times are good, they're gonna be vocal. When times are bad, they're gonna be quiet. Let's see what Jay
agreed.
says. USA approved the draft for women because 75% of our young are not fit to serve between mental illness or physical. But the USA hasn't approved the draft for women. Jay Blaze, they have not.
One thing I will say,
And I will tell you, they never will. Okay.
one thing I'll say is I have some good friends of mine, awesome couple. I grew up with my buddy, and he married a female vet,
Hmm.
and she did 3 tours in Iraq. And dude, she's now a state trooper over here,
Okay.
and she'll kick your ass, but she's still beautiful and feminine. Props to you guys, beautiful family. And some women do have that in them. They
Yeah.
don't have.
I'm not.
I'm not arguing that they have the strength that men have, but I do believe that a particular percent of women can handle being in the service.
Absolutely.
As
Absolutely.
far as being drafted,
True.
if you're trying to scoop up girls that are like worried about getting the nails and going out and like, you can't do that.
No. Either that
To
would
be honest,
work.
forget women. How are you going to do that to the younger generation of men?
Gen Z is undraftable, dude. Gen
Dude,
Z is
there's a
undraftable.
kid
Male or
out
female.
there. I don't know if you saw the TikTok, but there's some kid out there, and I think he was gay, but he had his little like feminine voice, and he was like, "How you guys gonna draft me? Like
Yeah, I
I
saw. I
would."
saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw
He
that.
was like, "I'll just say no."
Yeah. Okay. You go ahead and do that. You're going to go to jail. But if they really instituted a draft,
Listen, not for nothing. I have no problem with whatever you guys are, but I don't want people that are soft going to war for me.
oh look, there's a prevalent sentiment in the military against the draft because
Bro,
because we don't want the people we're serving with. We don't want the guy in the foxhole next to us as somebody who didn't want to be there, somebody who was forced to be there. You don't want that. Jay
no.
Blake says the Senate did. I thought this is where misinformation and getting information from social media hurts so damn bad. What happened was the Senate Armed Services Committee passed an amendment out of committee to the General Defense Spending Authorization Bill. They passed an amendment out of committee that would allow for women to get drafted. The full Senate didn't vote on this. It didn't even make it to the floor, I don't think, and it was never going to make it into the bill to begin with. So, yes, the Senate Select Committee on Armed Services passed that, but that just meant that it went to the General Senate, which it never made it into the bill. He says NDAA approved behind closed doors requires registration for women's selective service. I'm gonna need to see a link on that, Jay Blaze. I haven't heard that, but NDAAs a lot of the times do get passed and approved behind closed doors because there's a lot of classified stuff in there. That's not a deep state thing. That's not a conspiracy thing. That's the military protecting its secrets. All right. So I did pull a lot of and a lot of this hysteria is coming. I started watching some because I wanted to bring some materials to the stream, and I saw a lot of these TikTok reaction videos, blah blah blah. They're all based on like a 2-year-old report from Good Morning America. It's like the misinformation out there's freaking nuts. Like the alarmism about the draft and World War III is crazy, and I guess that's just the age we live in, where you really have to sift through to find out the truth. What do you say to that?
I say I want to go buy a farm
Yeah.
and learn how to make my own food and take my whole family with me and just work. It's like, is it weird that I want to go backwards?
No, I don't think so. Usually, we
Like
all want to go back to simpler times. Melly in the chat said it's in some countries, such as Norway and Israel, women have been included in mandatory conscription. Yes, you're absolutely right. So changes to draft policies can occur over time depending on various factors and societal shifts. Yes, Melly, you are correct that in Norway and Israel, women are conscripted, but those are cultures. First off, cultures vastly different than ours, especially Israel. Israel, every citizen is conscripted in the military, and every citizen up to the age of 60 is in the reserves. Actually, I think it's from 16 years old to 60. Every Israeli citizen is in the reserves. In fact, I'm Jewish. If I went to Israel and applied for a visa, they'd probably try to draft me. As far as Norway, I'm not sure what their policies are in Norway, but I can tell you one thing: that is never going to happen in America. As much as we want to talk about it, and as much as feminists want to talk about this, look, the Senate or the politicians, Congress cannot vote to send women to war. They just can't. It can't happen. Not to mention the idea of a forced military conscription at this point in American culture is not happening. I mean, if a president wants to lose an election, that's the quickest way to lose an election, right there.
yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
and it ain't gonna happen anytime soon because we're entering an election year.
Dude,
So
what
they already
father is gonna let their daughter go to war?
none.
Like against her own will?
I don't know. All right, let me say goodbye to the folks on Instagram. Guys, come on over
Yeah,
to YouTube. Check out my story. The link is right there. Come on over to YouTube. Join the conversation. We're going to have a good time the rest of the day. I'm out on Instagram. Peace out.
dale.
All right. And with that, let's go ahead and reset. You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. Our friend Donovan Sharp may or may not jump in here. I hope he does. I would love to get his take on this, and we'll discuss. But we are talking about women in the draft, women in the military, and we are going to talk about Cheesecake Factory Girl in just a little bit. Justin, I got somebody knocking at my door. Just give me 1 second.
Go for
Talk to the audience. Entertain Jay Blaze.
it. Yeah. Hey, Jay Blaze, we got to get you back in here, bro. It's our first time back in a couple months. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe distant sub countries such as Norway. Yeah, guys. Joel would have more of an idea of what it's like to be in the service. I have no idea, and in no way, shape, or form am I soft. But I just felt like I'm more of a creative mind, and I just never had it in me to join the service.
Oh,
But
no, the service is not for everybody, nor
I
should
will
everybody.
throw down on the streets of Miami and New York and New Jersey.
Justin is a troublemaker. I can definitely vouch for that.
I'm not a troublemaker, but if trouble finds me,
No, you make your own trouble sometimes.
a
Come
little
on.
bit,
Come on.
a little bit,
All
a
right,
little
Jay
bit.
Blake says 90% of men now have issues with dating. So what interests do they have to protect this country? Look, I'm not sure in a young man's mind that dating and serving your country are correlated too much, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there is a correlation there, and I'm just not seeing it. Uh,
I'm thinking, all right, the way I correlate it is the further and further we get into dangerous situations. Listen, God forbid, and seriously, I pray that nothing touches American soil, honestly. But should anything happen on American soil, God forbid, like our 9/11 scenario, that's what I'm talking about. All the feminism stuff, like if we were to ever get hit big, all that stuff really goes out the window. It's not going to be like, babe, all right, look what happened with the pandemic. It changed dating completely. People couldn't go outside.
right now,
So
Jay Blaze brings up the argument of you or the example of Ukraine. Ukrainian men fought for their families. Look at what happened in Ukraine. They were hunky dory living the life. Then all of a sudden, the next day, women are having to get out of the country. All men are required to stay.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Now,
I'm just
a war, a scenario like the Ukraine has gone through, it's not going to happen in American soil, not in our lifetime. We're never going to, thank God. And I thank God for the two oceans that we have on either side. And I thank God for the U.S. Navy. We are never going to see foreign troops on American soil, not in our lifetime, maybe some other time. I don't know.
yeah,
But
I know we didn't mention this in the beginning, but you talked about God. I've been trying to get closer to Christ. I don't know about you, Joel. I don't know if you believe, but Honestly, I don't feel like
We're all over the place today.
yeah, I don't feel like I'm all over the place. I've been getting closer, and I want to put the word out there. I think it's time. I think there's nothing left in the world but to find
Uh,
Christ, bro.
me,
Seriously.
I believe in God. Yeah, I do. I am Jewish by culture, but I'm not a practicing Jew. Let me put it this way: I believe in God. I don't believe in religion. I think religion, especially man-made religion and organized religion, I think that's a sham. I think a lot of it is profiteering. Honestly, I don't think God needs me to go sit in a church or in a synagogue for an hour a night or whatever it is.
The body's the
I,
temple.
my relationship with God is in here. It's not anywhere else, and I don't need anybody to see it or validate it.
The body is the temple. But listen, we're all fighting for the same God, and honestly, I think once you get into following God, no matter who your God is, things are just gonna fall in order.
And we're
God,
deep.
man, woman, children, and everything just falls in order. Now,
There,
when you
there is something to say. There is something to say for families who hold the more, especially Judeo-Christian values about the women in those families that they do tend to take a more traditional approach. There is something to say to that. Absolutely.
what can a godless man do for his family? He's also gonna sabotage it. He might not. If a woman sabotage it, he's not gonna do anything to keep it
Well,
together.
I don't think that's a fair thing to say.
No, no, it's not. I'm not saying that's gonna happen every time, but I'm saying when
Many,
he's
many God-fearing men do jack for their families.
you're right,
You know,
but
I mean that's
sometimes that man's woman won't fall in line.
yeah. All right, but let me show. I want to show the TikTok post that sparked this whole draft scenario, just so we can kind of wrap this topic up with a little bow before we move on to Cheesecake Factory Girl. So let me bring that up here. Where is it? Here we go. All right, this is an article from the Military Times. Yes, right here. You can see that, right?
Yeah,
Did the women of TikTok just make getting drafted seem fun? Uh, I don't think they did. I think they made it look scary for them. Now, this talks about an article from the Mises Institute um, titled "The U.S. Military is Laying the Groundwork to Reinstitute the Draft." Let me say this: I read this article and I know the Mises Institute well. The Mises Institute, while it's a well-funded organization, it is a radically libertarian organization. So anything the U.S. military does is laying the groundwork to reinstitute the draft. So let's just,
you
these guys
think women could be like being psyoped into it?
maybe. I mean, but they honestly, the Mises Institute doesn't even believe we should have a standing army. So that I mean, that's the kind of people they are. Anyway, let me play this TikTok. This is the one that pretty much sparked everything. Oh, crap. What the hell?
Go
Oh,
for it.
it's a YouTube link. My bad. Here we go. Or a TikTok link. What the hell is this?
Ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted. It is not just the boys that will get drafted in World War III. It's no mystery that nearly every branch of the military has not been meeting its recruiting goals. The Air Force, the Army, the Navy missed by over 7,000 sailors, and the Coast Guard's not even real military, but we'll include them to be nice, but they missed too. And women being drafted into the military, this is not the first time this conversation has come up. Back in 2021, which doesn't he look so grumpy? Senator Hawley brought this back up in 2022, and I doubt he's forgotten it considering the saber rattling happening globally. And there are several other senators that are in support of women being required to register for the draft. Besides the recruiting crisis, this comes at a time when the president has approved an inactive reserves to be called back, approximately 3,000 personnel. And there are several consultants to the White House and the Pentagon, like Lieutenant Colonel Joe Plinzler, who has not only requested for women to be drafted, but a mandatory draft for all citizens. He thinks it'll help the public connect better with the government and why they make decisions. And this all comes at a time when the U.S. continues to antagonize Russia by sending funding and military equipment to Ukraine and antagonizing China by funding Taiwan. So good luck.
All right. Where to start with this guy? I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's ever served, but first off, I will tell him to shut his mouth about the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is a branch of the U.S. military, and there is no reason they should not earn that designation or respect. Um, Second, a lot of this is alarmist. We can antagonize Russia all day long, unless we're talking about nuclear weapons, which I don't think. I think our missile defense systems are good enough to handle old ass Russian ICBMs, but there's nothing Russia can do to us militarily. Like Russia's having a hard time with Ukraine, and all we're doing is sending some money and some weapons over there. Oh wow, okay. So we just got Mr. Donovan Sharp himself.
Oh wow, hey guys.
What's going on, sir? How are you? Welcome back to J&J Dating Dynamics.
Yeah, man. Good to see you again, Justin. How you been, man?
Good, man. Dude, I am so sorry. I gotta apologize that I missed CME and your wedding. I could not make it out that
Oh,
weekend.
dude, don't you know what? It's interesting. There was so much. It was absolute chaos for me. The sign of a well-run, event is if it's chaos with me, but it looks smooth. So don't even worry about it, man. I honestly, I had forgotten that you were gonna come. That's how crazy it was.
I gotta say, congratulations, though. All
Thank
the
you.
best,
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
I think he forgot everything. I think he forgot that I was showing up. He was surprised to see me.
Shit, I was surprised to be there. I was like, I thought I'd be dead by now. The worst part about that day was losing to the Jets, but yeah, we're all right now.
It happens.
Oh, I'm a Jet fan over here.
Hey, you guys got one on us, man. The Eagles have one loss, and it's to y'all. So
Yeah, well, we got 3 now, and one's to the Eagles. We're not going to lose to the Jets, though. Hopefully.
yeah, probably not. And you're still in first place. So there you go.
Yeah, I know. But the Jets are. Hey, don't look now. The Jets are in second place. I don't know how the game tonight is going, but
They're in second place. Who's in first?
before the game tonight, the Jets were in second place in the
Oh,
division.
the Jets. I was still on the Dolphins. Okay.
Over the Bills. Over the Bills.
Yes. So yeah, Justin. Jay Blaze in the chat says you missed the Pixie Frank Castle.
What's that? Fill me
So
in.
there's this annoying bitch who goes on a bunch of podcasts and talks shit about red pill guys. And
Oh,
I actually saw her at my cigar bar VIP event. Soon as I saw her, I said, "Get the fuck out of here, dude!" It was a big thing. She cried and all that, and I gave not one solitary. I gave not one single damn fucker.
yeah.
I missed that. I must have left right before that happened. Yeah.
You must have, man, because everybody was there, dude. Like it was crazy.
It figures somebody would try and do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's enemies of masculinity, man.
Yeah. Anyway, Donovan, let me ask you this. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've seen all this stuff on TikTok and Instagram, women reacting to the World War III draft is coming and they're going to draft women thing.
Oh, really? So they are.
Well, no, they're not. It's all hysteria based on like some stupid TikTok guy that we were just talking about.
Oh,
But all the feminists are suddenly coming out saying, you know, I belong in the kitchen. I'm going to get pregnant so I don't get drafted. All these sorts of nonsense. Like,
Hey.
I think there's this leading feminist that when the little TikTok came out, she shared it on Twitter and commented, "That's enough feminism for today. That's enough equality for
There you
today."
there
So
you go.
I brought up that point to Joel. I was like, dude, with everything that's going on, is feminism about to be out the window for a moment?
Feminism was out the door during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Remember all of the women who were like, I need a man and blah, 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 blah. And I can't believe it. And this and that. And then, of course, as soon as the pandemic was over, they went right back to being the bitches, being the bitches that they are. But yeah, in times, see, what we have to understand is that feminism is a first world issue. When we are at peace, that is when feminism can flourish, because you don't directly need men. Women indirectly need men every day, whether they want to admit it or not. But in times of strife, like a pandemic or a war, that shit goes right out the window, because at that point, it's literally every man and woman for himself. All
So
that feminism shit goes right out the door, just like old girl said. That's enough equality for today. Well, there you go.
do
Yeah,
you
I call
think
it a
that will
fair
affect
weather
dating?
Uh,
Sorry.
what happened?
I was just saying that I call it a fair weather ideology, feminism.
Yep.
But go ahead,
That's
Justin.
what it is. That's what it is.
Do you think that'll affect the dating world?
It could. I think it definitely could, because if you've got feminists out here saying, hey, man, I'm going to go out and get pregnant so I don't have to get drafted. Sweet cheeks, you don't have to worry about getting drafted. I don't want to dude, I don't want to draft women into this war.
Nope.
Dude, if you draft women into the war, whatever country uses the most women is going to lose the war. That's just all there is to it. The women don't want to fight. Men don't want to fight with women. They don't want to fight against women. They don't want women to fight. Just keep it. Listen, man. Yes, we know feminism is a hate group. We know it's a fair weather ideology. But once again, masculinity is going to have to bail them out.
Let me bring up this example. This is when I was serving in Afghanistan.
Okay.
I was part of an infantry battalion, and
Oh wow.
So I was with one of the line units, Bravo Company, and
Okay.
we had a headquarters unit, and in the headquarters unit you have the 8th station. The 8th station, they're out there with us on our forward base, but they stay behind. They stay on the base. They're the ones that we as the line
Okay.
medics go back to with wounded soldiers, things like that. I
Gotcha.
saw literally, because there would be support units with women in them, where these women would get attached to the 8th station, and they would be crying their eyes out because they had to be at this other base that was smaller and more inconvenient. So women in the draft ain't gonna happen, much less women in the infantry. That ain't never gonna happen.
Hell no.
So to me, that's it. That's all I gotta say on it.
Look, I'm not trying to, and guys are like, no, get him drafted. No, man. Now is not the time to prove a point. Okay.
Dude, they're barely going to be able to draft younger men.
Dude,
Generation Z.
Yeah, especially this generation.
Man. Dude, listen, like I said, feminism has already been debunked 6 ways from Sunday. There is no need to draft women into the response from women to getting drafted in the military. That right there proves our point enough. There is no need to put the safety of our country and our citizens at risk just to prove a point. Women don't want to fight, and we don't want women to fight. And the only men that want women to get drafted are the true misogynists. I don't give a damn. If we get in a fight with a war, I want us to win because I'm a fucking American. I don't want American women to fight for us because American women ain't shit. Dude, American women can't even make a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How am I supposed to expect them to know how to work in an M16? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I think all the guys saying, get him drafted or whatever. I think that makes for fun fodder on Instagram and stuff, and whatever, like saying, "Hey, here's the equality you wanted," things like that.
Right.
But
we all know
in practice, in practice, no, it can't happen.
Of course not. Of course not. It's fun to talk about and it's fun to fantasize about, but it's never going to happen. Just like Clarissa Shields challenging Keith Thurman to a boxing match. Everyone's like, no, it does not need to happen because Keith Thurman would kill Clarissa Shields. He'd snap out one left jab and that would be it. Fuck it.
All right. Let's what's that? All right.
No, I'm just looking for something. Go ahead.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. Donovan, I don't know how long you can stay, but we're gonna keep moving along.
I got about another 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
All right, so real quick, have you seen? Let me just ask you: did you see the video with the Cheesecake Factory girl, the girl that refused to get out of the car because her date took her to Cheesecake Factory?
No, I have not seen that.
Okay,
Oh, let's check it out.
let me show you that real quick.
Dude, I need to see this video. I need this video in my life. Yes.
So what I'm going to show right now is part of a podcast, but there's a part where he shows the complete video, which you don't see the complete thing on social media, of course, because they.
Okay.
So let me just bring that
Yeah,
up.
don't show just show the car part where they're in the car.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I just need to really quick fast forward here. I think it's up right here. All right, here we go.
Of course, it's a black woman.
Oh.
This bitch is in a car with a goddamn moonroof.
No, nothing. I'm just talking to my girls.
This is disrespectful ass
Put
nonsense.
the audio up a little.
Yeah.
It's all the way up.
All right.
Let me just get the door for you. Okay.
This fucking bitch.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting
This bitch.
Yes.
Did you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah.
This bitch is acting like she's a goddamn timepiece.
I will give the guy props for the response. I mean, you can tell he's kind of maybe new
Taken
at
back.
maybe he's taken back and he's maybe a little bit new at the red pill. But I do give him props for standing up for himself. You'll see it in 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This bitch locked his door.
So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to look at. I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her,
Oh my
because
God.
I get courted.
Oh,
So you're courting her, right?
oh my God.
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her.
And what do I
cherish
get in
her,
return?
treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory.
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe,
Mhm.
you know,
Uh-huh.
to respect you,
Mhm.
to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course,
Mhm.
and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean,
And-
you've been pretty
and then-
nice, but I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
This bitch.
I,
Unbelievable.
on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
Uh-oh.
I expect her to be cooperative,
Mhm.
and at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like
You locked my
when we were
fucking
walking
door,
down,
bitch.
you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
Yeah.
can respect that. I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not,
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
That's
Okay.
understandable.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Listen to this bitch.
But
You
I
can
got
tell
myself
the look on this
up.
woman's face. The look on this woman's face. She's wearing a constant. I'm not doing shit for you. That's the look.
But the
You
best
get the
part,
shit out of me.
When you look
best
up
part
entitlement
is
in
yet
the
to come.
dictionary, yeah, but when you look up entitlement in the dictionary, this bitch's face comes up.
Of course, dude. This is ridiculous. Like she's not even hot like that.
Right.
No, not even close.
But wait till he drops this dime. Watch this.
Okay.
There's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call
Check
him.
this out.
Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
see,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m.
Stop it right there.
I got to your place at 4.
So this dude agreed to a date at 4 p.m. Gentlemen, what is happening here? This woman has another date. She's got another date at 9 p.m. She's got another date at 9 p.m. And you know where this dude is taking her? He's taking her to Pound Town. He's not taking her to Cheesecake Factory. He's not taking her to Ari's. He's not taking her nowhere.
Yeah, no,
he's gonna pick her up. He's gonna pick her up. He's gonna butt fuck her, and he's gonna send her in an Uber home. But she expects this dude to take her to a non-chain restaurant, and she's not. Yeah,
Not just that, she'll probably take the leftovers home to the other guy.
Dude, I've done this many times. I've done this many times. I have ordered girls, hey, yo, let me get a steak or let me get a cheeseburger, whatever.
Yeah.
And they will absolutely do it. So what a lot of people are missing about this particular video, this is ridiculous. But what we really need to understand is that this bitch is not dressing up for him. This bitch is dressing up for the nigga that's going to smash her out later on.
Yo, but did you guys realize the best part? He had an actual, like a nice non-chain restaurant set up. But if you keep listening,
that was his first mistake.
He sat in front of her house waiting for an hour for her to get ready.
That was his second mistake. His first mistake, see, I can promise you, when they first agreed to go out on this date, he's probably supposed to pick her up at 8 o'clock. But DeAndre, the nigga's going to smash her out, say, hey, yo, I'm coming to the crib at 9. She said, okay. So she called old boy. She's like, hey, something came up, but I still want to go on a date with you. Can we move this up to 4? And he's like, okay. And now she's here complaining that she's going to Cheesecake Factory. Bitch, you're lucky you're getting that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. He did, but yeah, he goes on to say that he sits in front of her place for about an hour. And let me just say, on this channel, we preach it all the time. Never take a woman out to dinner on a first date.
Never, ever, 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 ever. Never, ever, ever.
We just want to make that clear.
On that topic,
go ahead.
Coming across this, this, I guess, went a little bit viral. And what happened is another woman put out a list of 32 places or something of first place don't take me's,
like first date no-go zones.
Yeah, I actually had I did a response to that. I actually put it on my Instagram. Hang on, I'm going to share it in a second.
Okay, I got the list up, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I did quite a response to this. Just let me pull it up because here it goes. So if you'll allow me to share my screen here, I will show you my response. Let's go to present. We're going to share my screen, the entire screen, and we're going to do this. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. So that's the original meme, right? Mm-hmm. Group of ladies make a list of places, quote, men shouldn't take them on a first date. The first problem with this is that why are you going on dates with people you don't consider to be men? Right? Like bitches are telling on themselves. Men is in quotation marks because bitches like this are used to dealing with bum ass niggas. But in case I'm wrong, there's your list. Well, this was my response. I said, group of men, make a list of the kinds of women you should never take on a date.
Oh, this is awesome.
The list is as follows. Single mothers, women with tattoos, women who dress like this. Oops, sorry, not like that. women who dress like this in public. Sex workers, women with an IG page, women with non-ear piercings, women with purple hair, women with hoe friends, quote, models who market to men, women who travel regularly, women who drink liquor regularly, women with absentee or weak fathers, women who live alone, women with party voice, women on dating apps, etc., etc., etc. The reason I did this list is because these fucking clueless ass bitches have no fucking idea that the nigga on the screen here, there are less of those dudes that are available to you. What modern women do not understand is that there are more of them than the men they want. They think high-value niggas are just going to fall out of the sky. It does not work that way.
I love that you put women who've been on Fresh and Fit. That's hilarious.
That's what I was laughing at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're absolutely
am I lying?
Bro,
dude, there was one dude who's like, well, not every woman on Fresh and Fit is a bad woman. I was like, really? Besides my woman, name a good woman on Fresh and Fit.
There was one good woman I saw on Fresh and Fit, and
yeah, they're on there every once in a while.
She was saying how she's also a millionaire and she makes sure that she cooks husband for her dinner every night.
That's bullshit. I don't believe that for a second.
You said she cooks her husband for dinner every night?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because if a woman is a millionaire, she doesn't have time to cook dinner.
Well, I'm just saying, if that was true, that'd be a good one.
No. It's not true. And even if it were true, if she were a millionaire, the guy she's cooking for damn sure better be a millionaire. Because if he's not, she's going to be cooking for somebody who really is a millionaire. Look, man, women say a lot of things. Women lie to win arguments. Yes, I'm a millionaire, boss babe, who cooks for my husband. Get the fuck out of here. Like, nobody believes that. You don't even believe that.
That's probably like once a month.
Yeah, she does not cook for her husband. I'm sorry.
They consider Uber Eats cooking.
There was one bitch on Fresh Fit. She's like, well, I was on the AB honor roll. I told her straight up, yeah, I don't buy that. I'm just not going to pretend that I believe something that a woman says just because she said it. I'm a millionaire and I cook dinner for my man every night. Both of those things aren't true. You are either a millionaire or you are cooking for your man every night. Both things can't be true. Sorry, doesn't work that way.
I can't disagree with any of that.
Can't argue with that either.
No, that's straight up, red pill 101, man.
Straight up.
Straight up.
You got to send me. You got to send me the rest of that video, man. Or
Yeah,
you gotta
well,
send me that video.
it's also, check it out. It's actually a. I don't know if you know this guy. Let me bring it back up real quick before you have to run. So it's actually, so this guy, I'm not really even sure who he is. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Kevin Wesley, The Truth Factory. He got them both together for an interview about the whole thing. After showing all the video, they go on to talk, and he stands up for himself quite well. I actually think he lost it when, at the very end, of course, the mandatory question is, would you guys agree to go on a date again? And he looked at her. She said, yes. He should have said no. But he said
Yeah,
no.
that's it, man. That's it.
That's where he lost it. But he carried himself out very well throughout this little interview. I'll send you the
Right.
whole.
Yeah. Send me both videos because I'd really like to break this down.
Hey, he didn't lose if he went on that date, smashed, and then dipped. I'm sorry.
I got news for you. He didn't smash. He didn't smash. Listen, if a bitch is complaining that you taking her to Cheesecake Factory, she was never going to fuck you anyway.
By the way, I don't know if you caught it, Donovan, but this couple was in Vegas, and the restaurant he had planned was Arias. I don't know if you've ever been there. That's an expensive restaurant.
Yeah, Ari. I thought she said Ari's, and I've been to an Ari's in Austin, so I figured maybe they were in Texas. But Jesus Christ, she wants to go to Ari's.
Yeah, no, dude.
Bitch, you are an overweight black woman with at least 3 kids. I'm sorry. I'm taking you to Wendy's, and if you don't like that, you can kick fucking rocks. Fuck out of here, man.
You know what? Actually, I was gonna ask Justin this after we saw the video, but I'll ask you too, Donovan. What's the weirdest place you ever took a first date?
Damn.
I bet you I got you both beat.
The weirdest place I've ever taken.
Like the most unconventional place.
That
would not impress a woman.
Yes, I actually took a girl. I had to go see my probation officer. Took her with me.
Okay, maybe that would get me beat.
Yep.
What did I do?
Yep. I told her, I was like, well, I mean, I hollered at her. I got her number. We went out the next day, and we were supposed to meet up at like 7 or 8 o'clock. Pardon me. And I had to go meet my PO. And so, I called her up. I was like, hey, Allison, look, check this out. I got to go meet my probation officer, but, you're welcome to tag along if you want. She's like, yeah, I'm sure. That's fine. Took her to the probation officer and everything. And, we went and had spaghetti and we smashed. That was that.
No, actually, the probation officer probably helped you.
It probably did. I didn't realize it at the time, but knowing what I know now, it probably definitely helped me. Ooh, I went on a first date to see his probation officer. This is how fucking degenerate women are, man. I swear to God.
What about you, Justin?
Honestly, I don't think I'm kind of boring or awkward anymore. And as an experienced dater, I think I tend to be a fun dater, but probably in my past, like very young and inexperienced, probably the movies, bowling, but I'm talking about like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah,
here, like,
and those are not even non-condemned. Those are
yeah.
I once
What's
took
yours?
I once took a woman to get my haircut.
That's perfect. I love it. I think yours beats mine. That's actually pretty cool.
It was funny. We were supposed to meet up at this. It was in Arizona. We were supposed to meet up at a sports bar. We were going to watch a football game. Apparently, she was into fantasy football or whatever.
Is this your Arizona girl?
No.
Oh, okay. Jessica, I think her name was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yes. I have a very, very, very good memory, man.
Yeah, you do. So anyway, we were supposed to meet up at the sports bar, and as soon as I showed up, I met her. Like we showed up to the door together.
Yeah.
And the first thing she says to me is like, "Dude, you need a haircut," and I kind of did.
Sure.
Like, you know what?
All
right. So we walked across the parking lot, right to Sports Clips, watched the game there.
Fuck yes, that's some gangster shit, man.
What?
That's some gangster ass shit, dude. Took her to get a haircut. Hey, I'm going to get a lineup, man. Come on.
Let's go.
I need a beard trim.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun times. All right. Hey, Donovan, I know you got to run, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, guys. We'll see you next time.
Great to see you, bro.
You too, man.
We're also going to sign off. And Donovan, actually, I'm going to play the outro if you don't mind staying for 1 second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll hang around.
That'll be all, guys, for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe and check out Donovan Sharp TSR, the Sharp Reality on YouTube. Check that out. Thank you all for joining us. Peace out.